So, for time being, you did grow up in a two-parent household, right?
Until I was like 11 or 12. Yeah.
Okay. So during the time before you was 11 years old, if you could remember, you had friends or people other peers your age that didn't have a father,
Yeah.
right? And how was that? How was their life? Was your father always around even after 11?
Yeah, I was actually the only sibling that lived with my dad. I lived with my father majority of high school. Me and my mother did not get along when I was coming up at all. Um, Actually, it's so funny. Me and my father got into a really big argument yesterday, and I cut him off because he invalidated my trauma. But
Mm.
I've always been a daddy's girl. I've always been a team dad. My father can I'll tell my father that he's doing wrong, but you better not tell me nothing about my dad. Like I've always protected my father in that sense. And My friends that didn't have dads, they were very. It was like two different aspects that I noticed growing up. It was either like a pick me, like the girl or the guy that wanted. Well, I'll talk for women since I'm a woman first. The woman that wanted every man to see her. Look at me, I'm cute, I'm this, blah blah blah. And then there was the girl that was very absent from people. She took everything everybody said with a grain of salt. She never believed anything anybody said, especially men. Never believed any promises because her dad wasn't around. As far as boys, though, completely different spectrum. They were just wild. They were just wild. They were all over the place, or they were extremely introverted and could not find the joy of life. So those are the two different sides as far as it concerns women and men. And for me, somebody who had both of my parents in the home until I was like 11 or 12, and then went through or lived through a very nasty custody battle, disgusting, that I was in the dead center of. Um, it was also like I also experienced those things. I became disconnected from life because like everything around me was always chaotic. I was just like I would disassociate. So or be extremely angry, one or the other. But I see the effects of not having a child in the life. But even with my sperm donor, uh, I'd rather have an absent parent than a parent that's in your life causing chaos. And I wholeheartedly, I'd rather you get the hell on, get the fuck away, than you be inconsistent, causing drama, trying to yell, trying to argue. I'd rather an absent parent than what I went through, honestly. And of course, it's easier for me to say because I didn't go through it, but I'm as an adult now going through the situation. I'm like, yeah, no, I would rather you be out of here than be in my life trying to cause havoc.
Uh, Poor, middle class, or rich? How did you grow up?
Poor as fuck. As fuck.
I grew up poor too. I always wondered, how come they didn't create birth control for roaches? I think that would have I've been less traumatized as a kid, you know?
And mice.
Oh,
Because no, that's a real shit.
that
That
is
is
so that you
real
have to be
shit.
really poor to even have that idea, right?
That
That's yeah, man. It's like, damn, they just damn, they're
that's
in
hilarious.
Section 8 too. Damn, they just mating,
Right,
mating. Golly. You can't
right,
step on them, they still crawl away. You spray them, they laugh at you.
right. They're like,
Damn,
haha,
man.
especially New York roaches. Like New York roaches and New York rats. Oh baby, I don't mess with those. If you in my house, you live here too. Are you gonna pay rent? No, okay, it's cool. I'll pay for it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But no, I understand the struggle.